Sanatana Dharma, an elementary textbook of Hindu religion and ethics, narrated by Vaidyanathan. Part 2, Chapter 4, The 5 Daily Yagnas. We have seen that there exists a law of yajna, of sacrifice, and that one's glory is to voluntarily work with it. We have now to see how the Sanatana Dharma trains its followers to this end. We may pass over, for the present, the numerous yajnas of various kinds laid down in the sacred books and concern ourselves only with the great yajnas to be offered every day. These are 1. The yajna to rishis or Vedas. 2. The yajnas to devas. 3. The yajna to pitris. 4. The yajna to men. 5. The yajna to bhutas. Each of these has an outer form and inner meaning, and the latter leads the yajna doer on to the full life of yajna. Let us try to understand both. The outer yajna to the rishis or Vedas involves study and teaching. Every day a person should study some sacred book to gradually acquire the knowledge necessary to understand themselves, their position, and their duties. They should also be ready to share this knowledge with those who are more ignorant, which is why Manu describes this yajna as teaching. A young boy should daily offer this yajna by reading and carefully thinking over some shlokas from Bhagavad Gita, the Anugita, Hamsa Gita, or other sacred works. The carefulness and depth of thought are more important than the amount read. The inner meaning is that all study should be a yajna, learning in order to teach. The outer yajna to the devas involve performing the homa, which is a ritual that acknowledges the debt we owe to the benevolent and protective intelligences working in the nature. This ritual involves offering a share of our possessions to these divine forces as a form of repayment of their service. The inner meaning of this yajna is the realization of our relationship with the super physical worlds and the interdependence of all worlds. It emphasizes the importance of being in harmony with nature and in accord with all living beings. The outer yajna to the pitris involves performing the tarpan, which is the offering of water to the older generations of our family, our ancestors. The inner meaning of this yajna is the recognition of the great debt we owe to the past, to the generations who occupied the earth before us, who toiled and labored to improve and enrich it for us, their posterity. Recognizing this debt to our ancestors is a fundamental aspect of being truly human. The outer yajna to men involves hospitality, where a true Vedic should feed someone poorer than themselves every day. The inner meaning of this yajna is the duty of serving and helping humanity, feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, sheltering the homeless, and comforting the sad. Those who are rich are considered stewards of the poor, responsible for their well-being. The outer yajna to bhutas involves placing a little food on the ground before beginning a meal for the invisible lower entities around us and putting the remains of the meal in a suitable place for vagrant men and animals. The inner meaning of this yajna is the duty of caring for those who are beneath us in the human and lower kingdoms. It recognizes our debt to them for their services and emphasizes the practice of kindness and consideration towards them. The five great daily yajnas teach a person their relationship with all around them, including their superiors, equals, and inferiors. These yajnas establish the harmonious relations on which the happiness and prosperity of families and nations depend. They align the wheel of life with the will of Ishvara, aiding in the evolution of the worlds. They remind each individual that they are not an isolated unit, but a part of a great whole, a cell in a vast body. Therefore, their happiness and progress can only be secured if they contribute to the general happiness and progress of all.